Imagine waking up to a crimson sky, your new home, Mars. But what would it take for us to call Mars home? The allure of the red planet has captivated us for centuries. Our fascination, fueled by the desire to expand human civilization beyond Earth, faces immense challenges. From surviving the harsh Martian environment to creating a self-sustaining ecosystem, the hurdles are many. Yet, with our relentless spirit and innovative solutions, we inch closer to this dream. Mars colonization is not a matter of if, but when. Opening. How soon could we establish a human colony on Mars? We find ourselves at the dawn of a new era of exploration, where the red planet Mars has become the next frontier. Several space organizations are currently mapping out their plans to colonize Mars. Let's delve into this potential timeline for Mars colonization, starting with the current plans from pioneers like SpaceX and NASA. According to Elon Musk, SpaceX's ambitious CEO, the company's Starship spacecraft could potentially land humans on Mars as early as the mid-2020s. The initial missions would focus on establishing a base, deploying infrastructure, and confirming the availability of resources like water. Parallelly, NASA is eyeing eyeing Mars for human exploration. As part of their Artemis program, they plan to return to the Moon by 2024 as a stepping stone to Mars. Their timeline suggests sending astronauts to Mars in the late 2030s, after successfully testing new technologies and capabilities on the Moon. The next step in the timeline, post the first manned missions, is creating a self-sustaining colony. This would require the development of technologies to produce food, water, and oxygen on Mars. Scientists are already experimenting with growing plants in Mars-like conditions and developing systems to extract water from the Martian soil. But a self-sustaining colony is not just about survival, it's about creating a home away from home. This would involve building habitats, developing communication systems, and even setting up power plants. Scientists are exploring various options, from nuclear power to solar power, to keep the lights on in our Martian colony. And then comes the challenge of expanding the colony, which would involve sending more missions, more people, and more supplies. This would require a reliable transportation system between Earth and Mars, which is something both SpaceX and NASA are working on. In conclusion, the timeline for Mars colonization is a complex and ambitious endeavor. It involves overcoming numerous technological challenges and requires significant advancements in space travel and planetary science. But as daunting as it may seem, remember that every journey starts with a single step. Closing. It's a long journey, but the first steps have already been taken. What would life be like on Mars? Imagine waking up to a sky that's more butterscotch than blue, with a landscape that's a vivid rust-colored terrain stretching out in all directions. This could be an ordinary day on Mars for future colonists. Life on Mars would require significant adaptations to our earthly habits. Our homes would be high-tech habitats designed to protect us from the harsh Martian environment. They'd be insulated against the cold, pressurized to simulate Earth's atmosphere, and powered by renewable energy sources like solar panels or nuclear reactors. Food production would be a challenge too. We'd have to grow our food indoors using hydroponics and aeroponics. These space-efficient farming techniques use less water and soil than traditional farming, making them ideal for the Martian environment. And speaking of the environment, coping with the Martian atmosphere would be a daily task. With temperatures that can plunge to -80 degrees Celsius and a thin atmosphere that's mostly carbon dioxide, we'd need to wear spacesuits whenever we step outside our habitats. We'd also have to deal with the slower pace of life. A day on Mars, or a sol, is about 37 minutes longer than a day on Earth. That might not sound like much, but it could throw our Earth-based circadian rhythms off kilter. Life on Mars would be different, but not impossible. With human ingenuity and technological advancements, we could turn the red planet into a new home for humanity. So, what does the future of Mars colonization look like? We've journeyed through the Martian question, exploring the compelling reasons why we should venture to this distant planet. We've walked through the timeline of Mars colonization, a grand plan that stretches across decades, each step meticulously planned and executed. We've also peeked into the life on Mars, a picture of resilience and adaptation, a testament to the indomitable human spirit. From this exploration, it is evident that the colonization of Mars is a matter of when, not if. It is a colossal endeavor, One that requires the best of our scientific prowess, our technological advancements, and above all, our collective will. But with every challenge we overcome, with every milestone we reach, we get a step closer to making this audacious dream a reality. Mars, our next frontier, is closer than we think. The countdown has begun.